Hello and welcome back to my channel everyone. Today's video is slightly different to my normal ones. I was reading the local news and came across this article about the so-called biggest slum in Britain and noticed it was in Uckfield in East Sussex. Well, I live in East Sussex and not far from Uckfield. I thought I'd look it up on the map and head off to have a nose around with my drone.
Right, so I've driven round the back and there's this little private road. And I can see at the end of this road, it's got the High Cross estate. But I also noticed there's a footpath. And I'm going to go down the footpath and see if that's a good place to launch the drone or even see the estate. So let's have a look. God, it's one of those styles where there's no room to get through the gate. It's quite muddy. I haven't really bought the right footwear. So we're not in a flight restriction zone, which is good. There's a sign there saying High Cross Estate, private property. Just kind of knows what the sign says. No trespassing, danger, building in progress, warning dogs running loose. Well, as we all know, they still have a duty of care, even to trespassers. But we'll see if we can get oh, just twisted my ankle. Thankfully, I thought it was going to rain, and rain and drones don't mix. It's a nice place to come for a walk. It looks like there's a bit of a clearing ahead, so we'll head there and see if we can get the drone up there. Right, so that's the estate and it's not fenced off, so that's interesting, but that also means I can get my drone up. So this looks as good a spot as any. Let's get it up. There is a person with a dog, so no doubt they'll have something to say, as always. So we're not in a flight restriction zone. Let's get this baby up in the air.
Home point updated.
Right, let's get up.
Home point updated.
Well, it's certainly an impressive building. Let's have a quick whiz around, see what's the view. Oh, that's interesting. Let's have a quick look at that. Let's have a nose. It's a private driveway, but I'm not going on anyone's land. That's an impressive set of gates, that's for sure. This definitely sounds something out of a Bond villain, isn't he? Post and parcels. Northgate. So that's High Cross Estate, everyone.